presentation కనిపిస్తుందా?
అనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
Good morning, students. Today we are starting the new topic, classification of weights. The classification of weights, and the same time the classification of links. Okay, that we have discussed in the last class. Okay, today we are starting the content called classification of weights. Then classification of weights is nothing but previously what we have discussed is kinematic weight or kinematic weights. Okay, how the weights will be connected means whenever the two links are connected, that we will call it as a kinematic weight. That means this is called a one link and we are taking the one more link. These two are the two links. So whenever these two are connected or joined, that is called it as a, here the connection we will call it as a pair. That means this is link 1 and this is link 2. So these two are joined at some another place, or these two are having a selective relative motion. This is called a pair. Then these are all classification of kinematic pairs. So these pairs having the classification depending on three conditions. So the conditions is according to the type of contact. That means the two links having some contact. So depending on their contact, we are classifying the kinematic pairs, and according to the relative motion, that means the motion between these two links. So that is one category, and the last one is depending upon the type of closure or connection or relation between these two links. Suppose one by one we will go for the classification of these kinematic pairs. So be carefully for 2 marks. These are two very important relative to the 2 marks. First one is the classification of pairs according to the type of contact. The contact may be called two classifications. One is lower pair and the second one is higher pair. Then what is meant by lower pair? Lower pair means whenever the two surfaces or the two elements having surface contact. See here, this is A object and this is B object. The object A is placed over the object. The object B is placed over the object A, or the element A and element B is considered. The element B is placed over the element A. But what is the relative motion between these two is either forward or backward. During these motion, the contact between these two, see here, the contact between these two is the entirely surface of B is purely contacted with the surface of A. So whenever the two elements of a pair having surface contact with relative motion takes place and the surface of one element is slides over the surface of another, then the pair is called as a lower pair. Lower pair means whenever the two elements are in contact, at the same time the contact is in surface contact only. So the surface contact means we will call it as a lower pair. For example, the sliding parts, sliding pair, this is called a sliding pair, and at the same time screw pairs are the lower pairs. Then at the same time, these are the examples. Next to go for the higher pair. Then what is the higher pair? When the two elements, let us consider here also the element A, and this is called the element when the two elements they are in contact means they will form a pair. So two elements connection means that will form a pair. But the pair is the contact between the pair is a point contact. Point contact. That means let us consider the surface. It is A and the surface of the roller. Here the body object is roller and the two surfaces or the roller is rotating on a object B, sorry, object A. So whenever the roller is rolling, whenever the roller is rolling, that means the surface of the roller is makes a line contact or a point contact. See here, either it may be a just simply a point or a line contact that will form called a higher pay. That means, or otherwise, suppose when we are writing a matter through a pen on a paper. Suppose let us consider a paper. We are writing through a pencil or a pen. So the on the paper, the pointer will note it as a point ballpoint pen or a nib will form a point contact. So that is called it as a higher pay. Since we are framing the two elements of plate with the point contact, then we will call it as a, or otherwise when on a road a cycle tire is rolling, that we will call it as a point contact or a line contact. It may result point or a line contact. If the condition is if the condition is entire surface is there means lower, either point or a line means we will call it as a high. Example for this is toothed gear. Suppose a gear is there, one more gear. These are the two gears. So whenever the two gears are in contact, these tip of the or the side of the gear T will be contact with the another gear by a point contact only. So the point contact or line contact we will call it as a higher pair, and the surface the entire surface contact we will call it as a lower pair. Then next one is according to the relative motion. Then what is the relative motion? So previously we discussed about the constraints and lower constraints. Completely constrained, incompletely constrained, successfully constrained. So here also the contact is there. One is according to the type of relative motion between them. So in the last class we discussed about the completely constrained. Then what is meant by a completely constrained? The completely constrained is nothing but the motion is in a specified or in a specified direction, or the motion between the pair is limited to a definite direction irrespective of direction of force is applied. That we will call it as a complete constraint. That means suppose uh, let us consider a square hole. The square bar is to be inserted only in which direction? Either forward or backward, or otherwise reciprocating motion only. So the same thing we are applying here, sliding plate. That means here the only sliding maybe causes the pain. Only sliding. This is called the sliding. So the only sliding is there means that we will call it as a completely constrained motion. So the sliding pair we will note it as a, or the sliding pair will have a completely constrained motion. Next, turning pair. The turning pair means Whenever the two elements of a pair are connected in such a way that will form only turning. See here, it is a circular hole. A circular shaft is to be inserted. A circular hole is to be fitted with a circular shaft. These shaft will move in reciprocating motion, that is forward and backward. At the same time, it can revolve also. So in this case, what we consider it as incomplete constraint. Incomplete constraint. What does that mean? Incomplete constraint. The pair takes place in more than one direction. So here previously only reciprocating motion will be occurred, but in rolling we are having reciprocating and the rotation. This we will call it as a incomplete constraint. But what does it mean by turning pair? In the turning pair, we are creating the only turning relative motion or sliding relative motion. Suppose let us consider a shaft and it is fitted with a, let us take this. So in the circular hole, the circular shaft is inserted by rotation and reciprocating motion. But this is having more than one motion, that is circular, at the same time translation. Whenever we place a collar here, and here also we place the collar. This is called collar. Then what is the only position called? Whenever we fitted the collar, it doesn't move in the forward and backward direction, or it doesn't move in the reciprocating motion. Only the possible condition is only rotation. This rotation, only possibility of the rotation or only possibility of the relative motion, even though we are having one more, even though we are having one more relative motion, but it is stopped by another force, that we will call it as a turning pair. So this turning pair we will call also having a complete constrained motion. We call it as a complete constrained motion. Since complete constraint means it is go through the only one direction only. Next, another content is according to the relative motion. One more thing is rolling pair. Rolling pair. When one element rolls without slipping over the another. So here the condition is one is one element is rolling over the another without slipping. For example, if you consider a ball bearing, these are the examples for ball. In the ball bearing, a bearing is there, but insidely we are having a number of balls. So this is called a ball bearing pair, at the same time rolling pair. Simply here also we are considering the what is the contact between the, this is called the bearing, and this is called the ball. Then what is the contact between the ball and the bearing? It is maybe of a point contact. Point contact we will call it as a higher pair. So higher pair. So we will call it as rolling pairs as higher pairs. Next, screw pair. Screw pair is nothing but when the two elements are in contact. Suppose let us take it as a plate or a bench. we are inserting a screw. We are inserting a screw. How the screw will be transmitted? By the rotation and direction is we are applying the load. So when we are fitting the screw into a table, what is the directions we are opposing? That is, we are rotating the screw at the same time we are load over the screw. That we will call it as a screw peg. Here also, what is the contact? Here also we are contact with a point contact only. So this is called a higher peg. This is also higher peg. So what is the classification of the kinematic pegs is? One is type of contact. Contact is nothing but either surface contact or point contact or a line contact. Whenever it is a line contact or point contact, we will call it as a higher peg. Next, whenever the condition is surface, we will call it as a lower peg. According to the relative motion, that means the motion is either by sliding pair. Sliding pair means only the motion is possibility in one direction only, that is sliding. Next, turning. Here in the turning, only the turning is there. Next, according to the rolling, only the rolling pair. So the rotation is in rolling, and screwing is nothing but the threading operation or a screw thread. Okay. Yeah. Last one is according to the type of closure. Closure means they are in contact. Here we are having two types. One is self-closed and forcefully closed. Suppose whenever consider the two elements of pair is connected together by means of mechanical link. By means of mechanical link. Suppose a bolt and nut. Here it is a bolt and nut. These two are fitted, or this is and these two are connected by means of a thread, or the motion, or the connection between the threads we are having in the bolt and nut. These are all called mechanically together. That is called it as a self-closed piece, or otherwise forcefully closed. Forcefully closed means if you consider a footstep bearing. In the last class also we discussed the footstep bearing. There we are connecting the shaft inside this. We are connecting the shaft inside this by an external force. The shaft is to be placed in the external force only. So without mechanically, we are contacting it by external force. That we will call it as a force closed phase. Yeah. So this is a very important topic. Next content is kinematic chain. What is meant by a kinematic chain? When the kinematic plates are coupled in such a way that the last link is joined with the first link is kinematic chain. So let us consider a chain or otherwise cycle. Cycle means wherever we started and coming to the same region or same point. That is called it as a chain. So here also the kinematic chain means the pairs. Pairs means kinematic pairs means we are connecting two elements. So this is one element, this is two element. These two are connected at one point. This is called as a kinematic pair. That means link 1 and link 2 are in kinematic pair. Suppose if you see here 1 and 2, this is one link and this is another link. So these two are not connected. These are all separated at a some distance. Okay, they are maintaining a certain distance, either maybe 1 centimeter. They are not joined. So the link 1 and link 2 are not a pairs. So since we are not having any relation between link 1 and link 2, so this is not a pair. This is only the pair. Then what is coming to the kinematic chain? Kinematic chain is nothing but kinematic chain is nothing but the pairs are joined. This is one pair and this is another pair. See here, this is link 1 and link 2 are connected, and at the same time you see the link 3. Link 1 and link 3, it is a one more pair, and link 1 and link 2 is one more pair, and link 2 and link 3 is one more pair. So here there are three links. How many pairs? Three pairs. Let us consider the diagram. So this is called as a chain. One more thing. One more thing. Suppose the link 1 and link 2 and link 3. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. This is a kinematic pair. Since 1 and 2 are connected, one pair, 2 and 3 are connected, one more pair. But it is not a chain. Chain means the first link and the last link. These two are connected. This is the first link. This is the last link. These two are to be connected by maybe a fourth link. So this is called as a kinematic chain. So the kinematic chain means the first link and the last link is to be connected. Then see here, this is called a kinematic chain. But here there is a important equation is to be satisfied. For kinematic chain, whatever the kinematic chain is to be, whatever the kinematic chain is to be a kinematic pair. Kinematic chain is to be a kinematic pair by framing the equation L is equals to 2p minus 4. That means here it is called as a link 1, it is called as a link 2, it is called as a link 3. The relative motion between the number of pairs will form the kinematic chain, and the number of links will be maybe expressed in an equation called L is equals to 2p minus 4. So the kinematic chain is to be a kinematic pair. A successfully kinematic pair means it has to satisfy L is equals to 2p minus 4. This is, let us consider a problem related to kinematic chain, and at the same time here also one more equation with respect to joints and the links. So that is j is equals to 3 by 2 l minus 2. If the connection of chain is satisfying both the equations, then only we will call it as a kinematic chain or kinematic pair. Kinematic chain and kinematic pair. So these two equations are to be satisfied. So let us consider a problem. For 2 marks, they may ask these type of problems for solving the kinematic pair and the kinematic chains. So here let us consider the 3 links. Here in the diagram we are having 3 links. This is link 1 and link 2, link 3. These 3 links, how many links are there? 3. How many pairs are there? If you observe the clearly, pairs means any 2 links are connected. One link is connected to second link at B, and the second link is connected to third link at C, and the first link is connected to third link at A. So the pair is 1 and 2 connected at B. So how many pairs are there? This is 3. And how many joints are there? Joints means these are also the connection. If you clearly observe the condition that the kinematic chain, each link form a part of 2 pairs at least, and there will be as many number of pairs. That means how many of links are there? We can see the point of pairs. We can observe that how many links are there, that many number of pairs will be concerned. Here 1, 2, 3 links are there. This is easy to understand the relation between link and pairs. So how many links are there? That is same thing of number of pairs will be there. So no need to worry about the number of pairs and the number of links. If you count the number of links, the same number of pairs will be there. Okay. Then joints, whenever the joints is there, joints means 2 links are connected. So the 2 links are connected. Here is the one joint, and this is the second joint, and this is the third joint. So here how many number of joints? L j is equals to 3. Now go for the relation. Relation, what is the thing? Now what is the relation? L is equals to 2p minus 4. How many number of links are there? How many number of links? 3 equal to 2. How many pairs? 3 minus 4. So 6, 2 into 3, 6 minus 4. But how many links are there? 3. So 3 is equals to 2. It was is it happened? No. 3 is greater than 2. That is, here it is the LHS is greater than RHS. So it has to satisfy. We know that whenever the links will form a kinematic pair, or the kinematic chain is forming a kinematic pair, means it has to satisfy the condition as j is equals to 3 by 2 L minus 2 and L is equals to 2p minus 4. Both the conditions is to be satisfied, not any one of one. It has to satisfy both the conditions. So in a single stage, it has not satisfied. And at the same time, one more thing is we need to calculate another value also. J is equals to 3 by 2 L minus 2. How many joints? 3. 3 by 2. How many links? 3 minus 2. So 3 by 2 into 3 minus 2, it may be of value 2.5. So here 3 is greater than 2.4. That is LHS is greater than 2.4. In both the conditions, it was disqualified. Both the conditions, this is disqualified. This is call it as a. It is not a kinematic chain. It is not a. It is not a kinematic chain. It is not a kinematic chain, and at the same time, no relative motion between them. No relative motion between them. So it is not a kinematic chain. And at the same time, no motion is there. That is, we will call it as a locked chain. That means no use. That is a fixed one. That is called locked chain. So I think you can understand what is the problem we have given. It is we connected 3 links or a chain. We have created a chain. Whether it is called it as a kinematic chain means it has to satisfy two these two relations. These two relations means J is equals to 3 by 2 L minus 2 and L is equals to 2P minus 4. Whenever these two conditions are satisfied, then only we will call it as a kinematic chain. So here, in both the cases, it was not satisfied the conditions. This is called as a locked chain. Locked chain. And let us consider one more thing. Here the condition. So here the diagram is this is link 1, link 2, link 3 and link 4. And at the same time 1 and 4 are connected at A, B, C, D. So how many number of links are there? 4 links, 4 pairs and joints is also 4. Then go for the relation. Go for the relation. That is L is equals to 2P minus 4. How many number of links? 4. How many number of pairs? 4. 3 by 2 L minus 2. This is one more relation. 4 equal to 4 to 8 minus 4. That is 4 is equals to 4. Here the condition is LHS is equals to RHS. Here number of joints is 4 minus equal to 3 by 2. Length means 4. 3 to 6 minus 2. Here the condition is 4. So 4 is equals to 4. Here also LHS is equals to RHS. So the condition, both the conditions were satisfied. If the both conditions is satisfied. So what we will call it as a kinematic chain. This is called as a kinematic chain. There. So here both the conditions are satisfied. Let us consider one more problem. What are the other elements? In the diagram, we are having 5 links. We are having 5 links. How many pairs? Pairs also a 5. How many joints? J also 5. Then solve the problem. L is equals to 2P minus 4. You just remember the formula. L is equals to 2P minus 4. J is equals to 3 by 2L minus 2. Links is 5. Pairs is 5. Minus 5 is equals to 10 minus 4. 5 is less than 6. 10 minus 4 is 6. That is LHS is less than RHS. At the same time, J. How many joints are observed from the diagram? So see the links, what are the things or what are the joints we are observing from the diagram. Those values we are substituting here, but they are to be balanced or equating using the formula 5 3 by 2. What how many number of links into 5? So 5 is equals to 5.5. This 5 is less than 5.5. This is not equal. So LHS is less than RHS. So here it is the condition. Previously here LHS is greater than RHS. That is called as a log culture. Whenever these two are equal, LHS is equals to RHS, it is called as a kinematic chain. And the last thing is, whenever the LHS is less than RHS, the chain is called a unconstrained unconstrained chain. So, unconstrained chain. This is the various types of chains we are available in the okay. So we are coming for today's class in a briefer way. So what is the chain and what are the kinematic pairs? Types of kinematic pairs, how they are classified. So kinematic pairs are classified according to the relative motion and type of contact and type of closure or connection. They are classified to these three varieties. Next, according to the type of contact, how they are classified? Lower pair and higher pair. Lower pair means they are having surface contact. We will call it as a lower pair. Higher pair means when the two links or two elements which are having a pair, they are in contact with point or a line, then it is called as a higher pair. Then the relative motion is either sliding or turning. Sliding means only in the direction of reciprocating or these forward and backward. Only the possibility condition is forward and backward. This sliding motion is called a sliding pair, and turning means only rotation. Only rotation. That is called as a turning. And next, rolling. Rolling means we are creating the rolling, not a turning, not a sliding. It will rolls one over the another. One over the another. This type of condition we will call it as a rolling pair. And screw pair, that is screwing threads. That will about screwing threads. For example, it is of threading, making the thread or making the hole through a drill bit. Okay, that is called a screw pair. And next, kinematic pairs classification through type of closure or connection between the elements. So if these two are connected by force, by mechanically means that is a self-closed pair, but without mechanically by external contact or by external action of force, that is called as a force closed pair. Next, kinematic chain. When the kinematic pairs or links arrangement is connected with the first link is connected to the last link, and or these two or call it as a kinematic chain. So simply we can say for any kinematic chain, how many number of minimum links are required? Minimum links. Minimum links are required is at least 3. So here, if you see one link is there and the second link. Is this a kinematic chain? No. The first thing and the last thing is to be connected. So at least for kinematic chain, the minimum requirement is 3 links are to be required. So whenever the 3 links are there, it is not a kinematic chain. So the kinematic chain is to be satisfied. The link arrangement is to be kinematic, means it has to follow 2 conditions. One is link and pairs relation, and the next one is links and joint relation. So if both the conditions are satisfied, then only we will call it as a kinematic chain. So we have solved the 3 varieties of links based on the relations. So what we have get it on is that one is kinematic chain, another one is locked chain. Okay, if it is a greater LHS is greater than RHS and LHS is equals to RHS in both the conditions, that is called as a kinematic chain. And if it is LHS is less than RHS, that is unconstrained chain. So these are the main 3 varieties of possible constraints in the given problems. So uh, that we will close this session, and in the next class we will talk about the types of joints. So in the next class we will discuss about the types of joints.